Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brian Kelder and this is Smoking Hot. Today we're going to do some smoked lamb leg. Now lamb, a lot of people don't necessarily try lamb and enjoy lamb and they think it's too gamey. I'm going to show you a way that we're going to smoke that, take that gamey taste out of there if that's something you're having a problem with, and it's going to be the sweetest meat you've ever had. It's just absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna do some marinade, and I'm gonna start off with a little marinade of some Guinness, because why would you not? And then I do a little something different. I'm gonna do with a fresh mint. It's chutney sauce, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And then just to add a little bit of that acidic to pull some of that flavor in, we're gonna add some cuties to it. So sit back, get your beverage of choice, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell because I don't want you to miss a thing, and let's get some cooking on. Okay, so I experimented with the beer and using Guinness for this. You can use any kind you want, and then I got a chutney. If you don't have chutney, you can use salt, pepper, maybe oregano, mint leaves. And then I took a couple of the cuties, chopped them up, just squeeze it in there, mix it all up. And then for the lamb, I took an entire leg and I had the butcher chop it into steaks. They're a little better than 1 inch thick. And I like using a bag, so I'll take the air all out of the bag. But pouring in the mixture we just did, I'll smoosh it around to get a good mix around between all the pieces of meat. And then I will suck out some of the air or just kind of squeeze it down a little bit so that I can make it even smaller. And I'll let this sit for, maybe 18 to 24 hours prior to doing a smoke. And I'll intermittently rotate it from one side to the next, squishing it around a little bit to get the juices all over again. But don't just let it sit on one side. You want to make sure every piece gets a little bit of the action. All right, so we have our Traeger fueled up on the signature blend. We have it idling right there at that 225 level, and we're going to do a little supercharge with the super smoke, and this is going to be fantastic. It's going to take us about a 3 hour smoke on this at that temperature with the thickness of these. I'm guessing right around that 3 hour range, but we're going to check it with the internal temperature, and that is going to get up to about, I wanted it right around that 140 to 145 for a medium. I don't want to go too far above that 145. You're going to start getting some of it dried out. It's going to be more than a medium, but you're going to also get some of that flavor lost in the dryness. So I'm going to shoot right for that 145. All right, let's get it. Alright, so I just had this question, so I thought I'd take a moment and make this into a teaching opportunity. And it was, where do you measure your meat? So I'm going to show you what I do. Let me plug this thermometer in right here into my Traeger Timberline 1300. That's right, go bigger, go bigger. You want to stay away from the bone and get into the meat, and you go pretty much into the center of the meat. So not too far on each side, and try it left and the right. So totally center, bone to the outside, slight angle. And I'm going to go with the smallest cut first, figuring that the rest are going to take a little bit longer. So that's going to be my kind of my go-to as far as temperature. Pull this one off first, and then I'll double check the rest of them when I get there. And that concludes the educational moment. All right, just pulled these bad boys off. Let's take a look and see what we got here. So they've been resting for a little bit. Let's take a. You ready? You ready for this? Now I know you're asking yourself. I'm going to come down here for a moment. You are asking yourself, Brian, what could possibly be served with this to be absolutely fantastic? You know, I want that piece right there. I'm going to do it without the fat. You ready? You're gonna love it. You are gonna love it. So, Pinot Noir. If you're gonna have a wine, go with the Pinot. That is fantastic. I gotta tell you, you're gonna love it. Hit the subscribe. Oh wow!